So it's about that time of year where everyone's about to start their New Year's resolutions, and the most common one is the desire to lose weight and to be fit. It's the reason why if you go to a gym, they're just packed in January. All these people who don't work out, who aren't very fit, who are more on the overweight side, go to the gym trying to better their lives, which is good, which should be encouraged. But then after a couple of months it fizzles out, and they don't continue the habit, they fail, and they end up just not succeeding in their New Year's resolution. They just kind of give up. It's a very common thing. So why does it fail? Well, let's take a look at that. The main reason that it fails is that simply going to the gym is not going to change the habits that got you to where you are in the first place. There's a reason why you're overweight. There's a reason why you may not be skinny. And more often than not, it's not because you're not working out. Working out's a good thing, but what you'll find is by working out all the time and by doing an intense workout, you'll actually end up gaining weight, because muscle weighs more than fat. So even though you may be burning fat, you'll be building muscle. So you'll actually end up gaining weight rather than losing weight. And on top of that, if you're not used to working out, going to a gym and doing the kind of workouts that you see people at the gym doing all the time, that is very discouraging because you're not used to that. And so it's very overwhelming, and it can actually destroy your motivation, which is kind of why after a month or so, gym memberships tend to just taper off. So if you want to lose weight, what is actually the best way to do it? So you take a look at, for me, for example, I have never had an issue with weight. I never will. And I don't say that to brag. I say that because I do certain things in my life that if it was repeated by other people, they wouldn't have an issue with weight either. And the main thing is I eat very small amounts of food compared to most people. Most people have this concept that you need 3 full meals a day in order to sustain themselves. That's actually not true. I have just a bowl of cereal in the morning, a couple of granola bars for lunch, and then for supper it's usually just a bowl of oatmeal or whatever I can scrounge up, and it's not a very large meal. Overall, I would actually be surprised if I hit 1,000 calories a day. I don't eat a lot of food because, quite honestly, you don't need a lot of food in order to sustain yourself. You just don't. But these people who eat large amounts of food and then they go on these diets, if you can call it that, that require them to eat like salads or whatever, and then they get these humongous salads and they think that they're actually eating healthy. And what you're actually doing is just flooding your body with massive amounts of calories, and you're just substituting one set of calories for another set of calories, and it's not actually going to do anything to help you lose weight. The fact of the matter is, if you eat smaller portion sizes, you can eat just about whatever you want. You can eat steak, you can eat ice cream, you can eat cake, you can have your daily coffees, you can do whatever you want, just smaller portion sizes. That is the absolute easiest way to lose weight. But what if you wanted to get fit? Because simply losing weight won't get you fit, right? Well, the best way to do it is to not just throw yourself into a gym, go on these intense workouts that you're not used to doing, because all you're going to do is just going to burn yourself out because your body's not used to it. You haven't developed those habits to do that. And so you're just going to overwhelm yourself. You're going to destroy what motivation you have. Whilst it may work for some people, they might be able to succeed by doing that, the majority of people are just going to give up because it's very overwhelming to do that, which is why you should just kind of ease yourself into it. You don't need to go all out. You don't even need to go to a gym to start working out. Just doing 10 push-ups a day, and then that may not seem like much, but just 10 a day is enough to get you started. Because eventually, at first, it's going to be hard. If you've never done push-ups before, especially if you're more on the overweight side, doing 10 push-ups a day is going to suck. But then after a while, after a couple of weeks of doing that, 10 push-ups is going to be easy. It's going to be cake. And then guess what? Well, then you can increase it. You can do 15 push-ups a day, 20 push-ups a day. You might be able to buy a pull-up bar, stick it on your doorway in one of your rooms, and do some pull-ups every day. You can incrementally get yourself into a habit of doing at least something to work out. Doesn't have to be super intensive. Doesn't have to be this really engrossing, overwhelming workout that really works your muscles. It just has to be something to get you started. And that act of alone will get you into that mindset, into that habit that working out is something that you can do. And then after a while, if you so desired, you could go to a gym and use all their fancy equipment that they have available there, and you can get a really intensive workout. But I don't recommend doing that right off the bat. And the main reason being is that, if you go to a gym, in every single gym all across the country, there are people there who I would define as gym rats. The people who basically live at the gym, and they're all bulky and swole because they work out probably 2 or 3 times a day. They go to the gym all the time, and they basically just live there. And if you try to, right off the bat, emulate their lifestyle, emulate how they do it, you're probably just gonna completely overwhelm yourself. It's not gonna be something that's sustainable. It's not gonna be something that you're gonna be able to do, and if you try to emulate it, you're gonna be in pain. In pain that you're not gonna want to continue it. So when you start these new habits, you need to build yourself up to it. If you just get 1% better every single day, it won't take long to be orders of magnitude further along than what you were. It doesn't take a lot to change your life. It just takes taking the right steps at the right time. And going too much too quickly is overwhelming. It'd be like saying, hey, I want to pick up the habit of running. So instead of just learning how to jog for half a mile and then incrementally working your way up to jogging longer, going straight up to trying to run a marathon and then getting all upset that you couldn't do it. Well, of course you couldn't do it. You're not in the habit yet. You haven't learned to do it yet. You're not a runner just because you decide that you want to pick up running. You need to work your way up to it. You need to develop the habit in your life. You need to get a good foundation before you start building a house upon it. You need to get a start. And that is the main reason why people fail at their the most common New Year's resolution, which is to lose weight. To get fit is one of the most common resolutions, and it's probably the most commonly failed resolution. But it is a good one to have. I would recommend that resolution to every single human being on the planet. It is a very good resolution to have. But you just need to do it the right way. You need to do it a way that will actually work, that will actually succeed. Gives you the best chance at actually pulling it off. And taking small incremental steps is the way to do it. Taking a look at what you're eating, how much you're eating, taking a look at what workouts can you do to give yourself a firm foundation that you can build up more workouts upon. And you need to find a way that works best for you, because every person is different. Some people can go full bore right into it and succeed. Most people, they need to find their own way to do it. And I kind of hope this kind of helped a little bit. It's just kind of my thoughts on it. I've always been kind of naturally skinny and naturally fit. And people have always said that, oh, it's because you have a high metabolism. And it's, well, if you look at what I do in my life versus what most people do in theirs, I don't really believe it's because I have just a high metabolism. I don't think you can just chalk it up to that. I believe that that's kind of more along the lines of an excuse, right? I do things differently than most people, and the result of what I do kind of just has me being skinny and me being more on the fit side, right? I believe that we shouldn't make excuses on our lives. I believe that there's reasons for everything. So if I do have a high metabolism, it's probably because how I eat and how I work out probably just leads to that being in my life. High metabolisms are more something that you develop rather than something you're just naturally born with. Most people can develop a higher metabolism. You just have to do the right thing to get it. So anyways, over the next couple of days, I think I'm gonna make a couple more videos kind of like this. If you found this interesting and you want to see more, hit that subscribe button. Have a great day. Toodles.